Hi, this is Matt Bianca, and welcome to the Sutra Pills podcast. This is the place to listen to some teachings from original Buddhist sutras. A sutra a day keeps the dukkha away.
Today's sutra is called Phena Sutra, where Phena means foam. And you can find in Samyutta Nikaya 22.95. This is another sutra on the concept of emptiness in Buddhist terms, of course. Gautama teaches the void created by magical teachings, the creation and identity of self through attachment to objects, opinions, and even ideas. He taught that ignorance is necessary for believing and following mirage. He compares all the aggregates to foam, like the one on cappuccino, to be understood. So the aggregate, and let's repeat the aggregate, form, feelings, perception, mental construction. So the aggregate is apparently there, but it has no substance. In his words, form is foam, feeling are bubbles, perception is a mirage, mental construction is a trick. If examining carefully, it's clear how empty they are. So nothing to do with the concept of emptiness explained in the Artha or Diamond Sutra. The emptiness also means to empty out all ignorance we have inside. So let's talk briefly about the Heart Sutra, even if I'm not interested in the Heart Sutra because I read it's very far from the early teaching for the original Buddhists. But the Heart Sutra is a popular sutra in the Mahayana tradition. In Sanskrit, the title is Prajnaparamita Pradya, which is translated roughly at the heart of the perfection of wisdom. So Prajna or Panya, you find this one in Pali means wisdom. The sutra formally states something about this concept that you find in the Phena Sutra. So the form is emptiness and emptiness is form. And it teaches like the two-truth doctrine, which is say that ultimately all phenomena are sunyata, emptiness. But I don't want to go into depth for this sutra also because the today's episode is about Phena Sutra. But what I want to say, like the Artha Sutra is a kind of complex and mystical teaching about one of the several Buddhist traditions. So it's not the original. That's why probably, that is my personal opinion, that's why probably was like a taught and recite endlessly together with the Diamond Sutra, because most of people, they don't understand what is written. It sounds very magical. It sounds like you repeat and repeat, you understand something, but actually you don't understand anything in the Artha Sutra. Probably even people that wrote the Artha Sutra, they don't understand anything. But it's good, it fits the purpose to turn Buddhism into religion, which is not. And I really stress the point endlessly. Buddhism is a philosophy. So it's part of the golden axis that we have in the past with some philosophy in ancient Greece. So it's nothing to do with religion. They're not gods, they're not people that are flying, they're not saints, they're not like endlessly praying and chanting and mantra that we have to say all the time to get in better, to get like a better afterlife. Our life is here and now according to Buddhist teaching, which is a philosophy. So there is no God, there is no Buddhahood or Godhood inside of you. It's just like teachings, a point of view, way of life, precept that you can like follow and you can see on your own, investigating through them and for your personal circumstances of that moment in your life, if they actually works or not. Nothing more than that. If you like come close to Buddhism, if you're interested in Buddhism to save your life, please go to the church. Go to the Catholic Church, the Anglican Church. It's not the purpose of Buddhism. The purpose of Buddhism is to understand our own ignorance through the investigation of the teaching and the phenomenon world that surrounds us. And of course, we need some effort with that. It's just not enough to read something and then keep behave badly in our real life. Like it's not enough to sit in and like pray Avalokiteshvara, not even able to pronounce, that is like this apparently icon or avatar of the first Buddha that is completely spread around in the Artha Sutra and Dhamma Sutra. They come from another dimension to teach us something. So nothing more distant than what it was Gautama Siddhartha, that not even himself called Buddha. And after this ranting against about the Art Sutra, and I won't even mention the Diamond Sutra because something similar, fantasy fairy tales invented after Gautama died, we can talk a bit of the concept of emptiness, which is not the purpose of this sutta, but we need some premises to understand better. So emptiness, in a very oversimplified definition, emptiness is like to be empty from our ignorance, from what we have inside. So till we are not sorting out our ignorance, that we can be like an innate ignorance or something we are not even conscious, we cannot understand the other teachings, and we can understand how our body is a surface of foam, basically full of our 5 aggregates. Something to add more about emptiness. So we don't have to think about emptiness or the noun empty as something negative, because you have a negative condition and negative connotation in the West. If you think about like psychologists like Clive Hazel, for example, attribute feelings of emptiness to problematic. Problematic of what? Problematic, for example, family backgrounds with abusive relationship and mistreatment. And if you don't know about who is Clive Hazel, just Google. Just use a search engine and you can find. I'm not here to teach you anything without you to make an effort. Remember, like Samyak Viriya, right effort, one of the 8 Noble Paths. You have to make an effort. I'm not here to spoon you any kind of like knowledge. Another thing, like we have a negative connotation in the West with the concept of emptiness is the sense of emptiness is associated with social alienation of the individual or nihilism. That's just like one of the biggest accusation towards Buddhism. The Buddhists is like promote like a nihilistic way of life. It's nothing to do with that, because if we are looking Buddhism with our Western lenses, we really don't understand anything. So of course we also like to set and understand the historical frame how Buddhists raise, and it can be of course different. Not can be, for sure it's different from what we have in the West back at the time. But nowadays, we can have all tools, or most of us has all tools to understand what really Buddhism means. But as I say, we need to make an effort, like right effort, Samyak Viriya. Otherwise, no purpose. Otherwise, better you go to play football in the street, just don't bother with Buddhism. It's not for everybody. You need to make an effort. You need to get well informed and well educated to understand that. And I'm apologize a bit for this maybe sutta where you feel like I'm a bit harsh in what I'm saying, but it's better to clarify that I'm not doing this podcast to proselytism. I'm not going podcast to make it nice, and I'm not making this podcast to create the social media. So we're doing that just to hope that somebody like me is interested in early Buddhism, and maybe to give a lesson. You have another option. Do not listen.
This has been the Sutra Pills podcast, and I am Matt Bianca. Thank you to be here and listen to me. Comments are really appreciated. Whatever you want to tell me, just make a comment, even a bad one. Of course, the most important, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be free from suffering. Bye for now.